Hi, this is Pastor Darren with another word of encouragement. How are you doing out there? How are you holding up? We're finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, so hang in there. I recently came across a very relevant article regarding the church in this pandemic. In fact, it's so relevant I felt like I needed to share it with you today. The title is called Church, Don't Let the Coronavirus Divide You, by thegospelcoalition.org. What an appropriate title, huh? You know, these have been very trying times, like nothing our church has ever seen before. And what makes it even more difficult is that we really don't know the whole truth about everything that's going on. There are so many conspiracy theories and so many things out there. We don't know what to believe. We don't know who to trust, except for the Lord, of course, and I haven't found any of his recent blogs about this. So we're forced to trust what we don't really know. And I've had lots of conversations with our own church family, various members who have very differing ideas on what to do or what not to do. Makes for a very difficult situation. Now, it is vital that we get this virus thing right, that we do the right thing. But I believe it's even more vital that we remain united and stronger than ever before as the body of Christ. It is so important that we come through this stronger. So where do we find that balance? Well, listen to what Brett McCracken in his article writes. He says, if a congregation, and within it a leadership team, is at all a microcosm of our larger society, it will likely contain a broad assortment of strongly held convictions. Some will be eager to meet in person and impatient to wait much longer to get back to normal. Others will insist it's unwise to meet at all until there's a vaccine. And plenty will fall somewhere in between. In fact, we're seeing that in our own church. And he goes on to say, it's going to take countercultural sacrifice, humility, and patience. And I would add a lot of grace as we try to sort all this out and move forward. For example, McCracken says, even if it turns out you're right, and of course we'd all love to believe we're right, he says, can you not sacrifice your ideal for a season out of love for others who believe differently? Even if you personally think it's silly or even cowardly for someone to stay home even after the church is open again, can you not heed Paul's wisdom in Romans 14? This says, let us not pass judgment on one another any longer, but rather decide never to put a stumbling block or hindrance in the way of a brother. Or 1 Corinthians 8:9 that says, be careful, however, that your freedom does not become a stumbling block to the weak. And you know, that's a great point. Yes, we all have strong opinions one way or the other. And again, the only one who knows the whole truth is the Lord. And I trust that you are praying and seeking his wisdom first. You see, this pandemic, as long as it seems to drag on, it's only here for a season. It will only last for a season. But our unity as a church has eternal implications. It really does. So whatever your church leaders decide on this issue, let's be committed to acting as the body of Christ, putting others' needs above our own, exercising grace with those who don't agree with us. Because after all, we're family, we're the body of Christ. And so may we commit to building up the body instead of tearing it down, especially in this crisis. And let's make sure that we come through this so much stronger than ever before. Remember, our priority is the church, the body of Christ. Let's all do our part to make sure she thrives. Now be safe out there, and Lord willing, we'll see you again soon.